Hello, 1, 2. I'm running a test run. From here, I'm running a test run broadcast from the studios, and I believe you can hear me. I believe the sound is coming out now. Everything, I believe everything is coming out well. I believe everything is in order. I'm just running a test run. It's a private test run, and I want everybody to stay put while I try to run this test run. Okay, I think we are coming out well. Yeah, we have 20 minutes. Hello, Tony.
Yeah, hello.
Okay, I guess we are good to go now. I've reset the whole thing and blocked them off. What we're going to do now is that we are going to reconvey this program again Friday to go and run it again in detail, so that whatever anybody missed, we are going to bring it back. But what we're going to do now, because I have just like about maximum of 20. Hello, wonderful people, viewers and subscribers. I'm sorry about the break in transmission. We had serious cyber attack, and for some time you are unable to hear us while we broadcast. But we have to shut it down, reset our gadgets and everything, and get the creepy attackers off our neck. And I believe you can hear us right now. Tony is still here with me. We are going to run like a summary of what we have done over an hour plus. Because I told you, whatever we are determined, it is a fight, it is a war. And I believe some elements who do not want this message to get out are working tirelessly to stop this program. But we are here to fix it. Don't forget, let us quickly go and get you a reference of what a senator said. Because we said it earlier, we did it earlier, but we want to reconvey it to you so that you will be on the same page with us. And I'll be right back. Just a minute.
I dare to tell this nation today that this is the problem. This constitution can never give us progress. This constitution can never give us peace. This constitution can never give us unity. And unfortunately, most of us in this National Assembly, we don't have the spine to face what we need to give this republic to have peace and progress. What do I mean? This constitution has 68 items. 68 on the exclusive list. This constitution has only 12 on the concurrent list, and those 12 are written so nebulously, so fraudulently, that you know that the intention is to even undermine those concurrently.
Yes.
I dare to tell this nation today that this is the problem. This constitution can never give us progress. This constitution can never give us peace. This constitution can never give us unity. And unfortunately, most of us in this National Assembly, we don't have the spine to face what we need to give this republic to have peace and progress. What do I mean? This constitution has 68 items. 68 on the exclusive list. This constitution has only 12 on the concurrent list. And those 12 are written so nebulously, so fraudulently, that you know that the intention is to even undermine those concurrent.
Yeah, Tony, we are back again. Please, I think there is some noise coming on from your own end. Let us control the noise. Now, we have just heard what this senator has said. And Tony, you are here to give us a rundown. You'll be saying this thing for some time. Like I said, we are going to reconvene for this program on Friday. Then there and there we'll be able to go in details. But tonight, and for the purpose of this broadcast, so that those who have been here waiting for this broadcast can have access to some information they can also do till that Friday. Now tell us, why was it, or why is it that this senator and you have been saying it all this while, that this constitution is an instrument of slavery, and that is the reason why there is no development in the southeast, there is no security for the southeasterners, and it also ensures that governors are not loyal to our people in southeast and that of the south. Just give us a reference from this constitution in a jiffy. Thank you.
Right. The matter is straightforward. The development is all about what it my father was doing that put eastern region of the time as a reference point on the global arena for development. He could generate electricity, he could do his infrastructure, he could be in charge of the security, he could do the ports, he could do all of those things at that time. But from the point this unitary constitution got introduced in the manner we've explained to our people by brigandage, all those things were taken away. So if you cannot generate electricity because it's on the exclusive list, if you cannot provide security because and ammunition on the exclusive list, you cannot elect among people has emerged in that country as governor. Forget about all the jumping around of P2B and co. You know, as long as you cannot generate electricity, as you cannot provide security, as long as you cannot be in charge of how people are placed to hold public office in terms of election, as long as you cannot decide, you can see the matter of ports, for instance, all the things you could call development are sequestered by specific provisions in the Constitution. The matter of those in government house not being accountable to those whose monies are in the treasury are provided for. So they don't owe you any obligation. They have this package to the treasury and they have immunities. Therefore, you cannot ask them. The sections have been listed before. Section 6C, Section 6, subsection 6C is the provision that relieves them of obligation towards you, the citizen. So they don't owe you any obligation. Section 121, 122 gives the governors the spare key to the treasury of their states. Section 81 and 82 give the president the spare key to the treasury, because under the appropriation provisions in those two parts, the president can spend virtually all the money in the treasury without reference to the National Assembly. And whatever you see them doing there is a matter of what is our own share of this money that will be taken away. Because of that provision, since the executive is going to take away so much, the legislature also now share whatever members of the National Assembly that preside over how the contracts will be awarded. The senators, hold the ministers hostage to say, well, out of this 100 billion, we will award contract for 60 or 65 billion among the committee members. You, minister, you can preside over 30 billion. That's the kind of thing that has been going on since 1999. Are there any new primary schools that have been built in your communities from that time to now? Are there any new health centers? Are there new roads that were not there before that are now built? Where has all the trillions gone? It's because these provisions are the way they are, that they don't owe you any obligation. They have the spare key to the treasury. They have immunity, so you can't question them until they leave office. And as they leave in office, they have all kinds of ways to put in people who are complicit, together complicit with them in whatever they were doing at the time they were stealing. And then you come to the almighty 68-item exclusive list in which you can't do the basic things, that your assets are detained, all the economic assets. What are those things that you could say, well, this is what I have to go and work, to go and earn money with? The federal government is the owner of everything. You know, oil and gas, solid mineral, ports, you know, that's the maritime assets, all kinds of things. So if your assets are taken away because it's on the exclusive list belonging to federal government, if your rights to work those assets are taken away because it's on the exclusive list, for instance, refining, for instance, generation and transmission of electricity, everything anybody is telling you they're going to do about electricity. I see some people who say, oh, as governor, I'm going to turn Anambra into Dubai. And I begin to ask them, where will you get the electricity? This constitution says you cannot generate electricity. It says you cannot transmit. With which electricity are you going to turn that Anambra into that Dubai? What will you do about security? What will you do about ports? And you cannot touch anything in that constitution. It's still those same people who put it there that you have to rely on in the National Assembly in the numbers they are. They outnumber you. You can't even raise the issue if they don't want you to raise it. And so, from all the sides, these are the specific provisions that make those things impossible. And which is why in our organization, in reaching out to the people across the land and even in the diaspora, we've made it clear to them that if we want to remain, if we want to become free of the enslavement and the bondage we are in, the task before us is exactly like the type before Oliver Tambo, Nelson Mandela, and all of them who took down apartheid constitution. If we do not take down this constitution, things can only get worse until the Fulani herdsmen or whatever they call themselves turn up at your doorstep and behead you. If we do not take this constitution down, no electricity is going to be added to what you have. Everything everybody else is telling you is a lie. It's a product of ignorance or dishonesty. About for you, about how they're going to be better than the other people. And the first order of business is to make sure that those who want to go to renew the life of this constitution by elections, if you don't stop them, then you are the one validating your own enslavement. If you get killed, you are the one who authorized it. We're inviting everybody to come to this realization while it's still early. Otherwise, these people are going to corral you into another election. Your vote is not going to count because the agency that will run all of the voter register and all of what becomes voting and all of what becomes processing of candidates is Independent National Electoral Commission. They are domiciled in Abuja, and it is what they do in Abuja that will hold. You go to the court, the same people who have hijacked our sovereignty are the ones manning the entry points to all the courts, whether it's High Court or Court of Appeal or Supreme Court. You saw the kind of person that emerged the Chief Justice of the Federation of Nigeria. You saw the circumstances under which the other one was thrown out. And so, it's just a matter of we choose to live or we choose to die. If we want to live, if we want to join the rest of the global community in the 21st century in pursuit of what we can do with our natural endowments, our assets, and our ability to work those assets, which Nigeria is locking down. We are held by 68 chains. invisible change. There's nothing things are only going to get worse. Look at it from 1999. Has it not gotten worse? And even those who are shouting, those who want liberation in one form or the other, many of them do not even know where these shackles and manacles are. But we're pointing it to them. There's nothing they're going to be able to do except this constitution is taken down. But the beauty of it is that all of what we need to take down this constitution are in our hands. If we will listen to ourselves, the matter of when this force majeure will happen is just these movements that are resuming now. We're putting things back together just because of the movement, and in a matter of weeks, it may be less. In a matter of weeks, we'll come down to where that joint action, which is the culmination of what we have been doing since '99, to take down this constitution and end this union of attrition and debt, this union of backwardness that have been imposed on us by the brigandage of people who do not hold life sacrosanct, who do not believe that all men are born equal, who have embraced a straight civilization, who have removed us from being a secular state, who have removed us from being a federation. And so it is now within our reach to do what we have to do to take down that constitution and recover our sovereignty, within which we can resume our development in the formations that we may choose by way of referendum. Whether we want to be independent, like your question, we can choose from the day the constitution goes down and we go into transition. These various blocks will choose, these 3 blocks in the alliance, each of their peoples will choose whether they want to be in any union with anybody.
Okay.
And if they say no,
okay,
that's independence for them.
Okay, now, Tony, you have explained that in detail summary, although we are going to come back on this in detail in full. Okay, now, what steps have you taken to bring these blocks in? And are they on the same page with you? Also, the political class in the different regions that are working with you, are they on the same page with you? Just